So I'm not sure you know this, but this MacRumors website is not known for drama. You know what it is. It's pretty popular. It's for leaks and rumors. But this forum right now, it was pretty pathetic. This has been out in December in 2024. Now, this forum exactly isn't really messy. It's a reason. I mean, not reasonable. It's a regular post, but the comments were pathetic, honestly, and I need to call them out a little bit by bit. But let's read this. Now, please bear with me. I can't read very well, but so I might mess up a little. Apple today announced that its online store will launch in Saudi Arabia in summer 2025. Okay. The online store will allow online customers in the country in order to order Apple's full range of products directly from the company for the first time. Now, this seems just a regular thing, a regular business thing, but let's continue. We're excited to be expanding here in Saudi Arabia with the launch of the Apple Store online next year. Yeah, that's said by CEO Tim Cook. Saudi Arabia already has hundreds of Apple authorized reseller locations, but this will be Apple's first direct retail presence in the country. Now, from what I've been seeing, and I think what this means, that Apple will officially be coming to Saudi Arabia with their official price, because as you probably may guess, I'm Saudi, if you guess my accent, and the prices in Apple's products are generally higher than the United States, about 15%, and it kind of sucks. But anyway, let's continue. In both of the press releases, Apple touted its various commitment on ongoing investment in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Now, the Emirates already has an Apple store, and I think they're the same price. I might check it, but let's see. Cook spent that's Tim Cook, but anyway, spent the past few days in the United Arab Emirates for his social media post. He met with the app developer, watched Formula One race, and more. Okay, and he also went to Riyadh. And now read this. No, due to the political and social nature of this discussion regarding this topic, the discussion thread is located in our political news forum. So it basically got a little bit of backlash, and the comments are 94. Now, I'm not gonna read all the comments. I'm just gonna call out the most ridiculous one. So let's see. Pretty hot now. Summer is coming close, and yeah, if you're in Saudi, you might know that spring is also summer. So let's see. Some of them are regular, but this one was said this is huge for people in Saudi. Their authorized resales never kill our configuration and price are always high. Yeah, this is pretty accurate, as I said before, and it's pretty nice. One said, my knowledge of the Middle Eastern geopolitics is almost non-existent. Okay, and I'm no fan of capitalism whatever, let's see. But if Apple sees fit to do business there, perhaps steps are being made in the right direction. Now, I don't see why a country might change its laws because of Apple selling stuff there. But I might be hopelessly naive and totally off base here. Well, it's a bit of common sense. No judgment to this person, but a country will not change a law for just a product, if you know what I mean. Okay, the next one said, the bottom line is making money, and that's where they are there. Okay, that's exactly why, and it makes total sense because it's a business. That's what business do. But okay. And yeah, this one, there's problems in every country. I believe it's a bit weird if you're against the belief of other countries, then you should cut off all business with them. You think the US would thrive like this if they have this isolated mentality? Now, this is me. I've actually responded to this, but I just remembered the forum. Okay, I got a bit of a fight because I was pretty pissed off by some of the ignorance in this comment. Look, I just said there's problems in every country. I do not fault Saudi. Saudi is an amazing country. I love my country, obviously. They're pretty much perfect in my eyes. But anyway, I said it before. If the US would be always thinking of the beliefs of the other countries, they'd be pretty much isolated because there's the freedom of speech. I don't hate the United States. I don't hate them, but we're pretty different. I think that's obvious. But anyway, let's continue. So this one is deleted. I cannot press it. As I said, there's been problems in this forum, and I don't know why. It's pretty pathetic. It got into this way. But let's read some of it. It goes both ways. By Saudi Arabia knowingly letting a company that's clearly pro-gay, okay, just because the CEO is gay does not mean it's automatically pro-gay. I mean, there probably is pro-gay, but anyway, let's that. They are always tossing away for their almighty dollar. Again, it's a business. If it's beneficial, they're gonna do it. I don't know why you have to force this way. I don't get why the United States, the Americans, basically, I'm not sure this one is American, but I don't know why they're having such high values and morals when we all know they do not. LOL, this is an insanely naive take on the country and what businesses do to appease whichever country they sell into. You think Apple will sell Rainbow Bright Apple Watch bands in Saudi Arabia? Well, of course they would not. But anyway, they will make money bent to values if it comes to income. Again, I don't get it, but let's see. Okay, this one pissed me off a little bit. When's the last time the US chopped up a reporter for writing against them or gay person for just being? Okay, I'm not that best in English, but I'm pretty sure this one was being themselves, I guess. I think he's talking about Khashoggi, if I'm pronouncing that right, which is total BS. There's just rumors, and I mean, it's pretty pathetic that says when the last time the US have done far worse than this. And let's just say it's real. It's obviously not. Saudi Arabia does not do that. Literally does not do that. But anyway, let's just say it's real. The United States have done 1,000 times worse than this. I think I responded to it pretty harshly. I was pretty pissed, so please don't take all my comments right now completely seriously. I'm still pretty pissed because this person has a lot of comments and it's pretty pathetic. This person is pretty pathetic. Of course, I'm not going to show who they are, of course, but let's see. If you're going to come up with arbitrary measures of moral values, okay, exactly. Why aren't you advocating for Apple to leave the US? Because the US has invaded more countries than anyone else in the last century. That is true. The US has its own problems. Okay, this one was me. I get it. Well, they're funding. I guess I can say it here, or else YouTube will ban this video. But let's see. Well, they're funding media, and proudly so. I think that's more messed up. Objectively, Apple's making some advancement, and I also want to consider okay, this is. I'm just focusing on the screwed up comments. Apple CEO pretends to care about human rights, but in reality, he'll gotta do business with regimes who violate human rights. Can I just say that the United States, one of its closest allies, is an apartheid state? That's what I've said before. They're funding it. They're funding the place to do the G word. I don't know if I can say it, but I mean, the US has a lot of business with objectively worse places than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is not even bad. Saudi Arabia is pretty amazing. You might think I'm biased, but I'm here and I know what's going on. It's pretty much perfect. But I digress. I'm sorry. I just cannot take them seriously. The hypocrisy is just. Okay, I said this too, but I think it got deleted for whatever reason. I don't said why his sexuality should be visible in a place of business. Exactly, it's completely irrelevant. He's coming for business, not for anything else. And here's fun, and should me, but there's a strong support for sex work is real work. What? Apple does not have that kind of mentality. I don't remember any video of Apple supporting sex work. Are you kidding me? No. Okay, they support it. Maybe. I don't know. They've been advocating for it. They're showing it in their videos. Please enlighten me. I don't want to see it, but just tell me if it's actually happened. This never happened, I'm pretty sure. I also answered, but yeah, of course they do, obviously, but it's completely irrelevant. This has nothing to do with sex. Sexuality is different than sex, if you know what I mean. Can the CEO even show that? Okay, yeah, this is irrelevant. Okay, this one was also ridiculous. I wouldn't even go to any store there. I'm pretty sure Saudis are better off without you, but anyway. Being a female who wants equal rights, or your LGBT, whatever the freaking name is, equal present, objectively false. Tickle your friend's feet as a joke in public, prison. Sneezing and puking in public, prison. Hugging a friend, death penalty. I do hope he's joking and he's not that ridiculous. If you really think that's true, that's really, I cannot believe people. If he's actually being serious, it's just sad. Honestly, that's sad. Death penalty for hugging a friend. Sneezing is prison. Tickling a friend. What? Why is this so specific? Why is this so specific? I'm just asking. What the hell? Anyway, I'm just, I'm shocked. But that's okay. You know why? Because that's what's coming to the country of California is based on next month with an orange figure. Okay, this one is obviously trolling. I'm not gonna take him seriously anymore. Doing business, there must be no Apple feature. Okay, whatever. I actually responded. I responded. I thought he was serious, honestly. Yeah, so I lived there. 99 of what you said is false. Maybe learn before typing. I was. Wow, I roasted him, obviously. Wow, it's amazing. So one answered me. He's not the same person that said the beheading or something, which is actually false. Except that there's no G side going on in the place I assume you're alluding to. Yes, there is. It's pretty obvious, and you're blind. I'm assuming you're gonna use the excuse of self-defense. I'm sorry, but when you're an occupier, an apartheid state, and someone loses his mind and does what they did, and you're gonna kill them all as in self-defense, it's not self-defense. It's absolutely not self-defense. Okay. We don't need to go about this. I'm just telling you how ridiculous this post is. Okay, they're talking about China. I don't know why they hate China too. A very welcome news as a Saudi citizen. Hello, brother. I can see I can see the majority of smartphones use iPhones. Well, that's true, and they're pretty freaking expensive. People believe all sorts of nonsense on Blue Sky. Exactly, exactly. No, a lot, not even more ridiculous comments are coming. Except they're the same person that said that I'm alluding to. It's obvious. Amnesty International say otherwise. Yeah, exactly. The entire world says it is. So I'm not sure where is he going on it. I think he's from. Well, never mind. No need. No need to hop on that. I also posted this and got deleted for whatever reason. I don't get the obsession. You think they should ban products for all people because the country is not accepting and he cannot be himself. I'm pretty sure he's there for business. I think I'm talking about Tim Cook, who I don't know why he's actually visit. Exactly, he's coming for business. He should go take this business and leave if he's not that happy. I don't think he made any comments. But anyway, so if he was saying should he keep his sexuality out of the public eye? What the heck are you talking about? Ugh. Okay. It's pretty ridiculous. You have privilege, as you always say. It's not even talking about privilege. No one, straight or gay, talk about their sexuality in a place of freaking business. Is there any professionals in the United States? I'm not going to roast the United States anymore, but this is pretty worrying. Very concerning, actually. People talk about this in business? I don't get it. Okay? Okay. Whatever, okay. Let's see. Okay, it's business. No, it's not. I think he's talking about the sex work thing. It's not business to talk about sex in work. No one talks about that in work. Anyway, I love how the Western countries people always play their fake high moral high ground when looking and judging other countries who in reality have the same or worse things on their own country in front of their face, but they apparently have no issues with. Of course, the United States and well, most Western countries. I love Europe. Obviously, Europe's amazing, but then States. While I do like the United States, I don't hate it. Has massive problems, and my most big problem is their support for this freaking apartheid state, if you know what I mean. And their moral high ground. He said it perfectly. They think they're morally superior when they've done massively, way more worse things than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia didn't do anything bad, but anyway. Didn't realize Apple supports one of the worst one of the worst human violation countries in the world. Have you learned about your ally? Did you know anything about their human rights violations? Did you know anything about their violation of international law? Or you're just blind? I think those people have no education or they don't care. I think they don't care. Typical Western hypocrite. I'm from Australia. What human rights violation am I being hypocritical of? do you support it? Yeah, of course they do. Australia has been a mess, I guess. You fail to state how I'm a hypocrite. Thank you for sweeping stereotypical condescending comments against Westerns. In turn, hijacked. Okay, why didn't you answer, I guess? Since he didn't answer, I'm gonna take it as a yes. Because most of them do. So, you fail to prove how your countries are so free from everything you think you should be better at. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Delete. Oh, this is a moderator, I guess. So, okay, raise. So he can't. Okay. I really don't get what happened to Australia. But anyway, Okay, so someone responded to my first comment and said, believing is something, punishing those who act contrary to said belief is a different game. It's horrid and against what Apple used to stand up for. Yeah, Apple's not perfect. Let's be honest. If they're gonna be supporting something called an apartheid, an occupation, if they're gonna be blind about this, I'm gonna keep repeating it. If you're gonna support this, I'm gonna be repeating it until you do not. Since you're always caring about human rights, you don't care about human rights if you're going to support that. So please shut the hell up. Again, another person said this: "It is weird if the concern is human rights. It's a concern in human rights if it's, of course, in a Muslim majority country, right? When it's a Jewish country like that, it's perfectly fine to have an occupation. It is perfectly fine to violate human rights, I guess. Either they're ignorant or they knowing this and say it's perfectly fine for that country to have all the violation of the international law. They're okay with it. They just don't care, I guess. If they really don't care and they're okay with this, just shut the hell up. You don't have any moral value to talk about this. Okay, there's something, some good comments, but mostly it's just pathetic. If you're gonna see it, come to see the MacRumors website. I guess I'm pretty disgusted by this, honestly. I'm shaking, as they say in America. But really, it's pathetic, honestly, how pissed off some people in the United States are for having something in Saudi Arabia like Apple, but they're perfectly fine in other objectively worst countries having more than enough aid and support. Anyway, if you like this rant, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.